And here is the Writer's Almanac for Thursday, February the 20th, 2020. 1792 on this date, George Washington established the United States Post Office Department. There had been an attempt to organize mail delivery as early as 1639 in Boston, where Richard Fairbanks's Tavern served as a central mail repository. The Continental Congress named Benjamin Franklin the first Postmaster General, and he set up a system of mail distribution. It's the birthday of the photographer Ansel Adams, born San Francisco in 1902, liked to wander in wild places around San Francisco, hiking on the dunes or exploring Lobos Creek. When he was a teenager, he went up to Yosemite, took his first photographs with a Kodak box brownie camera, went to work at a photo finishing plant so he could learn about darkrooms, and every summer traveled to Yosemite trying to take better and better pictures. Looking out at the mountains, Ansel Adams said, "The silver light turned every blade of grass and every particle of sand into a luminous, metallic splendor." He wanted to take pictures that would capture every blade of grass and every particle of sand in perfect focus. He served on the board of directors of the Sierra Club for almost 40 years, let his photographs be reprinted in calendars and books. And a few years back, Congress approved the creation of Ansel Adams Wilderness, preserving more than 200,000 acres of land near Yosemite. It's the birthday of Kurt Cobain, born in Hoquiam, Washington, 1967, 3 weeks before he was to graduate from high school. Dropped out, got a job as a janitor, started playing in rock bands, eventually settled on one band, which they gave the name Nirvana. Their second album was Nevermind, 1991, which has sold more than 26 million copies. It's the birthday of Robert Altman, born Kansas City, 1925, a bomber pilot in World War II, came home from the war, had no idea what to do, started making movies. At first industrial films, and then his own movie, a teen drama called The Delinquents, and then the James Dean story, started writing and directing TV shows. It was Robert Altman who put a microphone and a camera on each of the actors in a scene, encouraged them to improvise dialogue and interrupt each other and talk over each other. And people saw that style in his movie about a group of military surgeons in the Korean War. Came out in 1970, MASH. It was one of the highest-grossing movies of the year. Here's a poem for today by Rose McLarney, entitled Accrual. After the Civil War, painting the American West was popular because it was not the setting of either side's tragedy. People thought they wanted to look at scenes free from the marks of our enemies and selves. But what man has ever really lusted for the untouched, except in the briefest of moments before he lays his own hands all over it? Surroundings that exemplify purity are unsettled, empty. Eastern architecture's crowded old walls hold on to the curios of fondness along with the clutter of anger. And really, isn't the woman most wanted she who remembers everything, who knows man's faults and will spoil him still? Spoil, that's the word, used for what builders of houses do to once wild landscapes they admire too much to let alone. Accrual, a poem by Rose McLarney from her collection Forage, published by Penguin Books and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.